throughout the rest of the week. So we'll see. Right now, here's what I'm seeing in terms of, well, a couple things. In the short term, really quickly, just looking at Dow Jones compared to ES and NQ, I noticed this bearish SMT up here at the highs. I saw somebody posted bullish SMT at the lows, but I noticed this bearish SMT between Dow Jones and the other averages, and you guys can see, I mean, I don't really even need to draw it in. It's just pretty obvious that Dow Jones went up, took some buy side liquidity, created SMT with ES. NQ is obviously the far weakest of the three as of right this very moment. Looking at ES, we have these relative equal lows right down here for sell side liquidity, and on NQ, I want to show you guys the daily time frame. So I will delete these drawings because I understand this is just looks like a mess. So let me hide these quick. So without me drawing it up, just looking at where my cursor is, see this daily fair value gap? I still think the draw is to the upside. I still think the draw on liquidity is going to be this buy side liquidity. But as of right now, before we get up into there or start heading in that direction, I would anticipate that price is going to want to tap into this daily fair value gap, this daily inefficiency, before doing so in terms of heading to the upside the rest of the week. So that's kind of my short-term bias as of right now, that we'll, retrace down into here before we, go up the rest of the week. Bullish fair value gap. So there you go. I think you could make an argument for both sides of the market right now. But what happened, prematurely to all this, that set all this up, was this bearish SMT at the highs with Dow Jones. And again, I don't really look to Dow Jones all that much, but was sitting here and I was watching price do two completely opposite things. I was watching ES go up while NQ was just chopping and continuously going a little bit lower. So then I'm like, well, let's look at Dow Jones and see what that was doing. And then we had the SMT, which I felt was pretty prominent. And this is a pretty sharp sell-off after that SMT was formed. So, standard rule of thumb, if you have a setup on any pair really going in a certain direction, you don't want to start trading against that move until what? Let me know in the old chat box. Amen, David. Liquidity run. Yep. So obviously any setup that you take is going to be with the mindset of, we're looking to attack the opposing liquidity pool, right? So in this instance, as far as ES goes, that is present right here. So this is the opposing liquidity pool after the bearish SMT was put in, sharp sell-off. So I'm opting to just leave this bullish gap alone. But I would think that this, yes, it could hold. I would just assume it's lower probability. The other thing to consider as well, this does look like a decent 15-minute breaker right here. This price leg up, new low, new high, that also filled this entire inefficiency. So could this be a little bit of an inducement right now to kind of trap people in longs, bounce off this to keep going lower to a very close proximity daily inefficiency? I think that'd be pretty logical. So let's do that. I'm gonna anticipate that for now, guys. Obviously, if it sells off and takes out the target, we're gonna just delete any short positions. But I do like this. Respect from the 15-minute breaker, selling off now, getting even closer to that sell side. So position would look like this. A couple things I can do here. So this would obviously be one option for us. A little 1 to 2, a little over 1 to 2. Go, pack, go. Alrighty, folks. Well, that's gonna be that. In my opinion, the only other way, let's delete this sell limit for now. So we got 45 seconds or so left on this 1 minute candle. And you know what, folks? I wouldn't mind getting long from that fair value gap if we can get that left open. I got a little order block here as well. Stop below just this recent low. We'll see if it gets left open or not. We got half a candle, 30 seconds or so. I bet it's already something on the 32nd. Oh no, fucking hesitated. Let's look at the 15-second. Ooh, boys. Boys and girls. I am going to get long, guys, if we pull back down into there. All right, I'm going to take one stab long right now. I just went long. My stop's going to go below this candle right here. So it's not a huge stop by any means. I'm only going to do one contract just because we'll just keep it light. I'm literally risking almost nothing on this, but I'll just test the market out here. But 30-second fair value gap, I like the respect that it showed. So let's see if we can run this up. If we get above this high, I'm gonna just go risk free and just run it up. We'll look for a target after we break this high. And we are pushing right down to stop loss, which is just fantastic. Stopped out. Okay. Well, that didn't pan out, did it? Well, you guys get it. Alrighty, folks. I will take one more long here. 40 some seconds left. That's fucking crazy. That just did that to us. But shit happens. Alright, 20 seconds left on the candle. If this 1 minute gap stays open, I'm going to get long from it. Buy limit is set. And triggered in. So I'm in. Stop is here. Below these candle lows. Mainly just because I don't want my stop here. Because these are relative equal lows right here. So if we don't hold this, this probably doesn't stand a chance. I wanted to be below both of these 1 minute fair value gap. Fair value gaps here. You can do it. Get that old ass of yours in the end zone. We got to win this thing. Come on. This fair value gap right here. Just eyeballing a target. 15-minute consequent encroachment. 1 to 3. But anyway, all the reasons for the long bias. Obviously, we've taken out a ton of sell side from the sell-off so far this morning. 2 to 2.5 standard deviation. SMT. In my opinion, we're starting to get that displacement up now. This looked a lot more energetic. I mean, I thought this looked not bad, which is why we took one entry, very tight risk. Which, yeah, I thought somebody said that they were still in the first trade. I'd be risk-free, probably at this point. Obviously, I would have been already. But that is unfortunate, guys. Bitch. What do you do? The reason I'm not going risk-free until that high is just because as I jump up in time frame, I don't see, like, we're not bumping into fair value gaps right now. There's not a 5-minute gap here or a 15-minute gap here. Like, there's nothing until here. So that's why I'm just leaving it open. You know, if it does come back into here, hopefully these hold. If they need to be mitigated before going higher. Obviously, if they don't hold, I'll take a loss. But with 2 losses, I would still only be down less than 0.5% for the day. So, you know, I guess you could say risk has been managed. Yeah, we probably could go. We probably are going risk free now. Wouldn't really want to see it come back now that it did come back and mitigate, right? So we left it open for that reason. Good deal. Now we're actually starting to mitigate some things. 15-minute fair value gap just now getting tapped into for the first time. I have marked out this 5-minute gap. You know, just trying to get a good risk reward. And I guess what I'd tell you guys is, I don't know, if you were like really gung-ho to hold runners, obviously everybody is in their own unique situation. I just, it's Monday, it's a no news Monday, so I just, you know, I can't help but feel like I should err on the side of smaller moves than bigger moves. Since this is a 5-minute gap, honestly, I might even F around, and if this 5-minute candle closes below, I might just close the trade. Take my little 0.5% and do my thing. But we'll see. If we close nice strong like this, I'll just keep riding it. Oh my frick. Alright guys, I'm just gonna close it. I just didn't really care for the close of that candle there. It might still go. I don't know. If you guys caught it from down here, congratulations, you got a little bit more out of that trade. I think I ended up still with almost a 1-2 on it, but I was risking pretty light. Should be a nice good week. So enjoy the rest of your guys' Monday. I will talk to you guys later in the Discord. Peace out, everybody.